On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate your interest in fashion?
It varies a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And when I say varies, I mean varies.
Whoa!
But let's check that box sitting next to 5 so no one gets disappointed. The truth is I don't really put that much attention in what I or anyone else is wearing, unless it is absolutely outrageous and out of sight. Like this one time I was driving from college to home and just before make the usual right turn this skinny 11-footer dancing freak has just been materialized in the corner. It's like noon and this goon from whom these kindergarteners has just evaded was popping and locking and trying to rob him, but the sign, fortunately, flashed walk. I must admit that the first thing I spotted was these little runnin' scallywags disturbing the view I got through my windshield, but what utterly catch my peepers was the Giant Ruffian itself. I swear, this man's legs were completely wrapped in aluminum foil. He had a purple thong under covering his giblets and nothing else, except, of course, for a sack of what I assume was glue or something he kept snorting, some spiked hairdo silverly dyed and these coolest shids of all times. I mean, this guy wasn't the regular thief you expect to jump on you in a dark alley. And he was performing this outstanding James Brown moves to add something to it. You gotta respect that. Okay, if you want to play hardball, you can always point that he wasn't hanging around any alley and his thug action was enormously controversial, but come on. This guy was completely unreal. I will never forget this guy not just for his bravery and style, but because he scandalously laughed at my car when I pass him by. Just for the record, I drove a pale yellow bug in my college years and I don't really mind 'cause chicks were really into it. And when I say really, well, you know the deal.
Damn, that bitch is crazy.
Fact was I was given a ride to these 2 girls from Venezuela I knew from my graphic design class that day. Since my mind has been always filled with naughty during college, I remember every single piece of clothing they had on, obviously, 'cause later I stripped them bare. The one riding shotgun had those diminished microscopic teeniest panties ever, blacker than her South beards. The one in the back was butt naked. You really want me to talk about them dresses? Didn't think so. My post-teen testosterone levels were just above the rim then, and I was kind of expecting that some action could happen, so I used to wear all kinds of sexy underpants those days. But this day, in particular, I have made a big mistake. I was wearing whites.
God damn it, fool.
Although it was immaculated from skid marks, this little bastard was the one I was wearing the night before. When I got home plastered at 3 a.m. take off my pants, woke up all my roommates and lit a fart, which exploded forming a large, colorful atomic mushroom. The flame was so intense I actually felt my ass and balls on fire, so I started to jump while trying to take the thing off. When I finally achieved my goal, I stomped at some more to extinguish the undie. Despite the fact it wasn't cotton, the fabric itself didn't really burn, but the experience left a wide brand forever in my rear end. Fuck. I just love that underwear. It has a little France flag on it. Chicks went nuts about my nuts when I wear 'em. Sigh.
Please explain your fashion style and what it says about you.
No.
Oh, please.
Okay. Since I look a lot like a starving Somalian through my childhood and teen years, I get used to cover myself up in several layers before I leave the house. My family was never that wealthy, so I always got to wear terrible low-budget clothing while I was growing up. This bizarre mixture gave me the nerve to wear about anything without giving a rat's ass. On the other hand, I really like to be the center of attention everywhere I go, which is not that hard, since I'm red and tall. My wardrobe is completely crazy and I used to pick my daily clothes in a random frenzy. Sometimes I can be seen in socks and flip-flops. You better believe. Red cargo pants, rainbowish jersey from a soccer team and this tuxedo jacket I stole from my fat cousin who lives up north. I also love to trim all my facial hair in matching themes, like red Elvis, bushy gardens, Mohican and mustache, or plain simple shaved skull and goatee. What does it say about me? Better ask the cops, they pull me over a lot.
Cool.